Well, hello there, Capricorn. Welcome to Aries Moon Arcana, and welcome to your weekly tarot reading. This week we're going to focus on love, so the romantic side of things. As you know, I changed my schedule if you're returning, so you should know that by now. The new schedule is down in the description box below. If you resonate with this and you're super into it, please like, subscribe, share, and comment. You know the drill. That stuff really helps me stay on track and know if I'm doing a good job or not. If it doesn't resonate with you, I suggest checking your moon, rising, and Venus signs, because sometimes those can be more poignant to your life circumstances as of late, if this one doesn't really speak to you, which it's not going to speak to all Capricorns. So check that out if that is how you feel. So with that said, let's just get started. I pulled an oracle message, so like kind of just an overall message for this reading. With the new deck that we're going to be using, the Fountain Tarot. It's so beautiful. I love it. And I got the Seven of Cups reversed. So something about illusions shattering, fog clearing, or maybe becoming more foggy. It really kind of depends on the reading. But yeah, I'm seeing like some shattering illusions. So usually that means some truth coming to light or something being made clear to you, which can be a very good thing. And since we're talking about relationships, that's, you know, what that's going to be surrounding. So without further ado, let's get right into it. I'm going to take you on down here. And our first step, of course, as usual, is to just cleanse the cards of any other energy. Let's make sure we get that lit correctly. It's burning my hand. Oh my God. All right. Let's get all the energy out and make this all about Capricorn. Okay. Setting that aside, take those off, they're distracting, and let's begin, as usual, with our Golden Universal deck. My go-to. All right, Capricorn, what's the haps, man? What's going on? What's the deal? How you guys doing? I see some illusion shattered type energy, so I'm curious to know what that means. Maybe some fogginess getting cleared up. Or something maybe feeling foggy currently, so we'll see how that goes. It really just depends. So yeah, some sort of illusion shattering is kind of mainly what I'm sensing from this. So within the context of relationships, let's just see how that fits in and see what the cards have to say. All right, Capricorn, let's get right to it. Get down to business. Just like you like it. All right, we got the Page of Pentacles, we got the Six of Swords reversed, the Eight of Cups, and then the Page of Swords. So there's the truth coming out. I'm gonna do one more. And then the Three of Swords reversed. So I'm feeling like in terms of the illusions shattering, we're kind of dealing with a little bit of a situation here that you are already aware of. So don't think for 1 second that I'm telling you that come July, something tricky is going on, because that's not typically how I read. This is more like it's a situation that you're already aware of. Your focus has been elsewhere. I think maybe your focus has been less on your relationship lately. You're trying to stay focused on maybe some money-making endeavors or a business. You know, Capricorns tend to be entrepreneurs and run their own businesses, so it's very possible that you're kind of maybe neglecting a relationship a little because of work. I know that tends to happen. And sort of like you may have removed yourself emotionally from some sort of a situation, but you haven't decided that you've removed yourself physically from the situation, but you're just kind of not giving your heart into it. And it's like, I don't know, maybe some of you thought that was acceptable or that was okay, and then someone's coming out and telling you straightforward, directly, this isn't working for me and we need to fix this. So there's some sort of like mutual healing that needs to go on, because you're finding out that maybe your behaviors lately are not up to par with what your partner feels like they should be. I think they're feeling a little bit neglected. So before we get too deep into the details, and you know, I don't want to play conjecture over here. I want to just get some clarity and just read what the cards have to say. So let's begin with clarifying this Page of Pentacles, who is telling me that they're, like I said, The energy is elsewhere. You're working on maybe some new endeavor, some new project at work. And so your focus is really there. Also, this page in the alignment of this reading, he's looking away. So like his head is turned focused outward from the rest of it. So that's what's making me feel like maybe you're neglecting a little bit, along with that Eight of Cups too. So there's a little bit of like emotional neglect happening. Now this, again, the energies could be switched. I know I always try to make this a point in my readings. If you're a cross watcher, maybe you're the one that's neglecting the Capricorn. So, you know, Capricorn doesn't have to be you, but there is some sort of neglect happening to the relationship currently, and that's what I'm seeing. So let's see here. Strength reversed, Nine of Cups reversed, and the Star reversed. So yeah, there's some stagnancy in terms of emotional fulfillment here. There's not a lot of movement or action or energy being put towards an emotional connection. These are all reversed. You know what I'm saying? So there's like a lot of energy being, like I said, it's being drawn out of the relationship and put elsewhere, and it's taking a toll. The relationship is becoming taxed because of someone's inability to stay focused on it or put any effort or energy into it at all whatsoever. These two cards feel like they're connected to me because it looks like, you know, it's interesting because the Six of Swords and the Eight of Cups both indicate to me a sense of moving on or walking away from something. But in this context, the Six of Swords is reversed, which indicates staying put and not walking away. But then the Eight of Cups is upright, which is walking away. So I'm seeing kind of this mixed message here a little bit, but I'm seeing it more as emotionally neglecting or like emotionally walking away from something, but not physically walking away. Like you're like, what do you mean? I'm still here. But the other person's like, I can't feel you. What are you talking about? And you're like, emotions, shmemotions, you know what I mean? Like in true Capricorn style. So I think that you're not really valuing the emotional aspect of the relationship, and that is really becoming an issue. So let's get some clarity. We've got the Two of Swords reversed, the Knight of Swords, and then the Hermit reversed. So all action and no thought. There's that Six of Swords reversed again. There's that Seven of Cups, but this time it's upright. And then the Four of Cups reversed, which is interesting because these all these cards are indicating kind of a selfish outlook. So whomever I'm talking to here, that's the one that's ignoring or neglecting a relationship emotionally, and like putting like all action but no like long-term thoughts in terms of how it's going to affect your life, the quality of life, which your relationship is kind of the beginning of rather than just a side note. All these cards are indicating that sort of energy, ignoring the emotional part of it, ignoring the connection part of it. And then the Four of Cups reversed is indicating like a break from that, like a recognition or like sudden realization, sudden revelations is what this reversal typically means. And it's interesting because it's coming right on the heels of the Seven of Cups being upright here. And then we move directly into the next card, which is the Page of Swords, which is where I was saying the truth is going to come to light. So I'm seeing sort of this like, yeah, I'm doing my own thing. I don't really understand. So whoever, like I was saying, whomever is living the life of just working, putting all their energy into a different situation and just not paying attention to the relationship, they think everything's fine. They're living in the illusion that by not nurturing your relationship, it's fine because it's just over there and you'll deal with it whenever. And that's not working for the partner to that energy. And so the revelation is going to come out. Now I'm seeing it more that the revelation doesn't come to you on your own, Capricorn, if you are the one I'm talking to. If this is like for another person or for the partner of a Capricorn, it's not going to come to them on their own. It's going to be because someone brings them that information. Someone tells the truth. Someone opens up and says, this shit ain't working for me. And so that's where the Seven of Cups gets reversed, is the illusion of feeling like it's okay to be neglecting the relationship is shattered. And it's like, your relationship is not okay. Because if somebody needs to be honest with you and start, you know, telling you that they're feeling neglected, you got fucking emotional problems in your relationship, because that's not a good thing. But like, I don't want you to feel distraught, because we have the Three of Swords here, but it's reversed, which indicates healing energy. So I don't want you to think that it's like, oh, this person's gonna come to me and tell me the truth about how much neglect I've shown, and then that's it, and it's over, and we break up. I don't see it that way. I see it more like it's an ability. It's gonna bring you to the ability to put things back together where they should be, and start treating the relationship, start valuing it as much as you value your work or your project that you've been kind of pouring yourself into. You need to be able to work-life balance a little bit better. Won't be surprised if the Two of Pentacles shows up at some point. But yeah, so let's get some clarity on this Page of Swords. So this is when it gets a little too much for the other person, or for the person that, you know, maybe for you, like I said, it depends. It could be either or. But somebody's gonna speak up. Somebody's gonna say, I'm feeling fucking neglected. I don't like how much energy you're putting in that. I get that work is important for our life, for our family. I support that. I've always supported that. But like, you're really not putting any effort or love or energy into our relationship, and the romance is dead, and I'm feeling really sad, and I really want us to talk about it. So there's some sort of message coming through like that. That's what I'm sensing. So let's get some clarity on that and see kind of what style it comes in, or just some more info. Wheel of Fortune, Queen of Cups reversed, and then the Nine of Wands reversed. So this person's gonna come to you. I see, you know, it's interesting. Their defenses are down. I think that they, you know, there's a lot of love and support here from this person, and I think that they've been really emotionally supportive of you, and they may be feeling like that's not being reciprocated. But their defenses are down. Like, they're not, they're not going to try to pick a fight with you. They're not going to cop a fucking attitude. They just want to talk about it, and they're just going to tell you that they're feeling how they're feeling, and they're not feeling great. You know, that Queen of Cups is reversed. There may be a little like passive aggressive stuff that gets the ball rolling with this, but it'll quickly turn into more of a respectful conversation if you know how to address that well. Don't be passive aggressive if you're the person who needs to communicate with the Capricorn, or if you're the Capricorn that needs to communicate with this other person. Just try to be more direct. You know that's what works for Capricorns anyway. You don't want to be like all manipulative. That's not going to get you anywhere. And there is a danger of that, because the Page of Swords tends to become a little manipulative if his emotions aren't like aligned or in the right place. So just be careful of that. But you know, there's a real need here to begin a new cycle. So the Wheel of Fortune is like, you know, it's a lot of the time it's fated and it's luck, but it's also cycles, like life cycles, and the cycles that you go through and the patterns that you experience. And this person is coming to you with their, you know, their hands are down. Nobody's fighting. They're not coming at you aggressively. They're really just trying to, they really just want to fix the problems of it that are making them sad. So they don't want to create any more issues. They really want to just break this shitty cycle, or maybe it's not even a cycle yet, and they're just concerned that it's going to become a cycle. So they want to kind of nip it in the bud early on before it becomes like a regular thing. So like before you get comfortable, or before the other person gets comfortable in that Seven of Cups illusion energy that the relationship is fine, even though it's not, somebody wants to correct it before it falls into that, because they don't want, somebody doesn't want to feel like they don't want to make it okay for neglect to be a regular part of the relationship. Who does want that, really? I mean, that's just a sad, shitty feeling. So of course you don't want that, but somebody's going to make a real effort here, and they're going to extend to you kind of like an emotional bid, and try to work things out, but they're not going to do it in a shitty way. They're going to do it in a way that is going to be respectful and loving and caring, because they care about you. They just also want to feel cared about too. And showing them that you care through making a lot of money isn't always the only way. You know, you guys have to maybe have a conversation about love languages and what's important to the individual, so that the partner can work on expressing love in a way that the other person understands, because that's super, super fucking important in any relationship. And I can see it kind of working, right? Because we get this Three of Swords. It's reversed. It's not upright. I see that emotional bid as being a successful one, because it's like, okay, I see what you're saying, I understand. The Moon reversed, the Lovers reversed, and the Chariot. So yeah, you guys are sick of, maybe not you guys, maybe it's becoming obvious to you that this is something that your partner is sick of, or like I said, if the roles are reversed, something that you're sick of. But it's just been a really confusing time for this person, for the person who's feeling neglected. They're feeling extremely disconnected in the relationship, and they're like, I don't know what to tell you. This is just, I just feel really dismayed and really confused, and like I can't tell if you're actually still in love with me anymore, and it's really fucking bumming me out. But then I see the communication that comes in being charged after. There's a lot of, so this is the Cancer card, the Chariot, and that's a lot about setting goals and like going after the goals in order to create a nice overall happy family, actually. So that's what the Cancer card really is like going off in pursuit of a happy life. So I see these becoming very relevant to someone within the context of a relationship with you guys. This confusion and this disconnection, this emotional neglect that someone's experiencing here, I see that being a real catalyst here, and the other person, maybe it's you, maybe it's the other person, understanding that and wanting to correct it and rectify it, because then there's the Three of Swords reversed. This is the healing. The pain is done, now it's time to heal. So I see a lot of good positive possibility here, like I was saying before, right? We get a good conclusion out of that, because both of you are going to come to the same page, but it's not going to come to the neglector automatically. It's going to have to come through a conversation. So if you're the one that needs to have that conversation with somebody, just heed my advice and don't be toxic and don't be passive aggressive. Just come to them, make some time to have a real sit down conversation, and really try to make it work, And the same goes for you guys. If you are the ones that are neglecting, if somebody wants to have a sit-down conversation with you, I think you should take it really seriously, because it is really serious. I don't care what anybody says. If somebody thinks making money is more important than their relationship, they don't deserve to have a relationship. It's just not acceptable to me. The happiness of the people that are around you and the happiness of your relationships is the foundation and the core of having a good life. So you can't prioritize work or money or projects over that. So let's see. I want to get some outcome cards, or maybe if we missed some messages, just get some nice energy to close this up. If we need any more advice, what can we say to Capricorn? 8 of Cups reversed. It's reversed this time. 6 of Swords upright. That's funny. And then the Ace of Coins, and then the Hanged Man reversed. So yeah, it's so funny because we get all these cards, we got them in the very beginning, the 8 of Cups and the 6 of Swords, but now they're in the opposite alignment. So this 8 of Cups is reversed and the 6 of Swords is upright. And then we come to the Ace of Coins as it being the Ace of Coins is like probably what you're focusing on. It's like I was saying, there's some new money making possibility or a project that you're really focusing on. So these are like you kind of correcting, or this other person rather also is a possibility, or both of you, kind of correcting that attitude, because those cards are flipped and reversed now. And it's got the Ace of Coins kind of like within it, and then we come to the Hanged Man reversed, which means not sitting still anymore, not like accepting things the way that they are, not living in that illusion. So yeah, this is really about shattering the illusion of everything's fine when somebody's feeling neglected. That means everything is not fine. So you're really coming to this conclusion, and you're really recognizing it. I think the person is really listening to the person that feels neglected, and really trying to work with them and understanding how much that Ace of Coins energy, while very important for a relationship to like succeed and buy houses and all that good stuff, while that's important, you can't do it at the expense of another person's feelings. It's just not going to work. So yeah, I see you kind of flipping the script and turning things around and doing it in a better way that makes everybody happy, and you're still able to complete your project, but you're just moving out of the resigned energy of like, this is my life, I've got my relationship over there, and I don't have to worry about it because it's just there, and like I can just focus on money. And you're like, oh wait, I don't have to sit in that illusion anymore because it's somebody who was finally honest with me about it. So yeah, I think you're shattering those illusions, and I think you're doing a good job of correcting them too, which is the most important part. You can get the truth slapped into your face as many times as you want, but until you actually take a step to improve the circumstances, what's the fucking point? Who cares? So I see improvements being made there, which in turn means deepening commitments, which I know Capricorns get a boner every time I say commitment. So that's a good thing, right? So yeah, so basically that's what I've got for you, Capricorn. If you liked it, like I said, please subscribe, share, like, comment. I love that shit. And if you're still here but it didn't resonate with you, like I said, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, go check them out because I'm hilarious. So, you know, you want to hear more from me. I know you do. I have a new schedule, like I mentioned before, in the description box below. I also do personal readings. You can find my Etsy store there as well. And I think that about covers everything I have to say to you. So thank you, Capricorn, and I'll see you next week for your money and career reading. Then we can get into the stuff you really like talking about. So we'll talk to you then. Thanks, Capricorn. Bye-bye.